Hi everyone, it's Rebecca from Design and Adorn. I'm going to show you the other half of this project, this time with an over-the-shoulder view so that you don't have to think about it backwards. So I've made my wrapped loop and I've just added a bead on here. Now I'm going to do the other side. So the technique is the same. I take my chain nose plier and this time I grab it right above the bead. This time I don't have to guess where things are because I have my bead in place. And the distance back in the jaw will determine how much space I have available for my loops. So I can sort of measure that here and see, okay, that's how much space I need if I want to have the same space on this side. So grabbing the wire with my chain nose plier, I press firmly away from me with my thumb. And this is the space where my wraps will go. Now I take my round nose plier and I put that in the corner. Let's see where I put that. And the wire is facing away from me, and I'm going to go up and over the plier, nice and firm, so I'm taking the shape of the plier, and I have to reposition. Remember last time I just took the plier out? This time I'm going to be fancy. Whoop, and I flipped the plier. Look at that. Now the wire is still facing towards me, and I'm going to push it down and around to complete my loop. And you do have to sort of reposition it a little bit to get past your bead. So now I have a loop on here, and I pick up my bent nose pliers. And again, I'm right-handed, so I like to hold this in my left hand. And I've covered almost the entire loop except for where the wires actually cross each other. And before, I held this horizontally, but this time I'm going to hold it more vertically to make sure that gravity is holding my bead down and out of the way. And I take my chain nose plier and I grab the end of my wire and I wrap around, and think about doing this in quarter turn moves. You have to keep repositioning the plier in your hand, otherwise your hand just can't go all the way around like that because your wrist doesn't bend that way. So I'm going to keep on going until I meet the bead. There you go, that's the end. So I have this little thing here, and now I just snip the excess wire. I'm still wearing my safety glasses, just have to take my word for it, and I'm going to put my finger over this little piece of wire so it doesn't hit anybody in the face. There we go. And now I have a unit with a wrapped loop on both sides.